With the new school year about to start, many people's minds turn to educational games. Whether you're a parent hoping to give your kids an edge, or a teacher looking to use games in the classroom, I'm Steve Tassi, the board game guy, with good news and bad news about educational games. The bad news is practically any game that bills itself as educational pretty much sucks. The good news is no matter what the box tells you, all games are actually educational games. The makers of educational games seem to think that in order for a game to have educational value, it has to be all about facts. That's why 99% of the educational games out there are trivia games or rely heavily on flashcard type mechanics. And while it's true that those types of things can be helpful for studying a particular topic, be it chemistry, history, physics, or whatever, all they do is help someone remember facts. And any good educator will tell you that factual recall is actually the lowest priority in education. What educators really focus on, at least the ones that you want teaching your kids, is higher order thinking. Anyone who has ever studied the history of Western civilization, even just a little, knows that the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand started World War I. But it takes higher order thinking to know and to articulate why his assassination sparked one of the deadliest wars in human history. Flashcards full of dates are unlikely to help students unlock that. But as I said earlier, all games are educational. The key is getting them played by the right audience. Candyland isn't going to teach anything to someone getting their doctorate in quantum mechanics, but neither is Advanced Squad Leader going to teach anything to a 4-year-old. It's all about getting the right game to the right players. Any kids game will teach some very basic concepts and or motor skills to kids, whether their marketers have declared them educational or not. But let's talk about higher order thinking. Once your student is past the point where learning their colors, shapes, and 5 times tables is relevant, you want them engaging in higher order thinking, cause and effect, consequences, risk management, resource management, probability analysis, and more. And that's just through learning the mechanisms of a game. Reading rule books helps literacy. Explaining rules to someone else helps with communication skills. Translating rules can help learn another language. Games can be used as writing prompts in English class. Perhaps you ask students to write a review, or maybe they are asked to use the events of the game as a creative writing prompt. Whether you are trying to use games as part of a curriculum or not, game playing builds the brain by developing problem solving and decision making skills. By playing a game, people of all ages stimulate new pathways in the brain. You are literally building new ways of thinking when you game. I'm Steve Tassi, the board game guy, wishing you thought-provoking gaming. Thanks for watching, and if you're an educator, leave a comment below about your favorite way to use games in the classroom. If you are or were a student, comment about a teacher that you had who used games in class. The Board Game Guy here to tell you about an amazing phenomenon. Did you know that every time someone new clicks the subscribe button, my number of subscribers goes up by 1? I know! It's true. So, are you going to be the next one to click that button and make a miracle happen?